back to Element Pilates. Today's 20-minute prenatal Pilates workout is safe for all 3 trimesters. However, if there's something that we do that doesn't feel comfortable for you, please feel free to rest where you need. If you want to keep up to date with new videos, please remember to hit that subscribe button. And when you're ready, let's get started. So let's start sitting in the middle of the mat today. Now, just a reminder, throughout the workout, if you get knee pain when you're kneeling down directly on the mat, I suggest you find a folded towel or a blanket, something that you can give your knees a little bit of support with as we go. Otherwise, let's begin just finding a comfortable seat, resting the hands onto your legs in front of you, finding to start our neutral spine. So let's lengthen up through the crown of the head, give your shoulders a roll up towards those ears, and then release them back and down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, roll those shoulders up, release them down. That's it. 1 more. Good. Now let's reverse. Roll those shoulders to the back, lift them up, and then lower them down. Good. We'll do 2 more. Roll and release. That's it. Last one. And lower. Now take your arms down beside you. As you inhale, stretch those arms all the way up to the ceiling, reaching up, and then exhale, open and release. We inhale through the nose, reach up. Exhale through the mouth, softly release. 1 more like that. Deep breath in. And exhale to lower. Now let's bring the hands down onto the lower belly. Once again, making sure you're sitting up in a nice, tall, straight line. Take another breath in, and this time feel your belly expanding out like a balloon. And on your exhale, just let the belly soften and release back in. Again, inhale. And exhale. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now let's start to add our connection of the pelvic floor. Take a breath in to prepare. On your exhale, I want you to think of lifting and engaging gently through that pelvic floor. Hold the muscles. Stay lifted for 3, 2, 1, and then release slowly with control. Take another breath in. On your exhale, lift the pelvic floor muscles. Feel like we're stopping ourselves from that flow of urine and stopping yourself from passing wind. Gently hold that squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and release and lower. Do that 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, lift and hold that connection for 3, 2, 1, and lower with control. Take the arms back beside you now. As you inhale, stretch your right arm all the way up to the ceiling. On your exhale, let's gently side bend across. Let that arm reach over you. If possible, bringing that left elbow down to the floor for support. Next time we inhale, let's lift up. And exhale to lower. Other side. Inhale, reach your left arm. And exhale over. Find that side bend, opening through the rib cage. Reach that arm over and across. As we inhale, bring it up and release. Good. Now let's rotate that body. Reach around behind you. Opposite hand sits across to the opposite thigh. Now using your hands here, gently press yourself up a little bit taller as you inhale. Use your exhale to twist that upper back just a little more. And then inhale, release back to the center. Other side. Rotate first, hands down. Now inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, twisting just a little further. And then release back to the front. Good. Roll out, release those shoulders. Now, if you need that towel or blanket for your knees, grab that now. And let's make our way to all fours. Come into a position where your hands are directly beneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hips. In this position, let's think of gently pressing up and away from the floor. Now, we shouldn't feel any neck tension. Draw the shoulder blades down away from your ears. But I want you to feel strong through the shoulders and that upper body. Staying here, let's get ready now for our cat stretch. We take a deep breath in to prepare. On your exhale, let's tuck the tailbone, round the spine, and press up and away from the floor. Let your head drop. Look gently down at the knees. Now let's reverse. Inhale, rolling through neutral. We lift the chest, lift the tailbone, gently look forwards. And again, exhale, round that spine up. Keep going with these. Use your breath. And I want you to focus on getting as much mobility through the spine as you can in both directions. So as we get bigger throughout our pregnancy, we tend to lose mobility in the spine, which is really common. But the more we can encourage that gentle movement now, the easier our recovery is going to be after we give birth. That's it. Let's make this our last one. Now make your way back into a neutral alignment. Now here in neutral, we should have a straight line running from the back of the hips to the shoulders up to the back of the head. Now let's think of lifting your baby up and in towards the spine and connecting gently to your pelvic floor as well. Let's take our right leg and stretch it back behind us. Good, tuck your toes. Make sure those hips are square. Now let's squeeze into the back of the right leg and the right glutes. Lift the leg off the floor. You can point through the toes. Now let's take the opposite arm, the left arm, and reach it forwards. Now if this feels like it's too much load for your body, you can always place the hand back down to modify. Keep your core strong. As you inhale, lower the arm and leg halfway. Exhale, lift up. Halfway lower. Lift up. 3 more small movements. Focus on keeping your spine still and your core connected. Last one. Lift up, hold position, and then inhale, return. Bring your hand, your knee back down. Take a little moment to reset. Other side. Let's slide the left leg back. Start with those toes tucked. Square off your hips and your shoulders. Engage your core. Float the leg up, point through the toes, and then add the opposite arm if you're ready. Hold position. Let's lower and lift arm and leg just for 5. Lift and squeeze. 4. Keep pressing away from the floor with that supporting shoulder. 3. Stay long in the back of your neck. Look straight down at the mat. That's it. Last one. Lift up and hold. Keep reaching. And then lower, return. Bring your knee back down. Let's open the legs a little wider so knees are about mat width. Sit back onto the heels and release into a shell stretch. You can round your spine, drop the head, stretch out the back of your neck. Good. Roll yourself gently up to a sitting position. Now let's make our way up into high kneeling. Bring your knees back in to that hip distance apart position. Now lift up onto those knees. Again, you can keep that towel or blanket beneath your knees if you need that extra support. Here, I want you to place your hands onto your hips and we'll start with some pelvic tilts. As you inhale, let your tailbone sit gently back behind you. And then exhale, tuck the pelvis under. Gently press forward and you can squeeze into your glutes, your bottom muscles here to help you. Inhale, let's tilt the hips back. Exhale, tuck them under. Good, so our hip flexors at the front here are another area we tend to get really tight and stiff throughout pregnancy, especially towards the end as we're getting a bigger and bigger belly. So the more we can do to help open out the hips, it should help us to release any back or hip pain that we might be feeling. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Now keep that tuck under through your tailbone. Activate your glutes, your bottom muscles, and just gently keep your core muscles strong here as well. Arms along beside you. Now we're getting ready here for our kneeling squat. On your inhale, reach the arms forward, lengthen out through the spine and sit the hips back towards the heels. On your exhale, come all the way up. And again, we inhale, sit those hips back, reach forward. And exhale, lift it up. So at the very top, let's think of that tuck under through the tailbone. Good, coming up into that tall neutral spine, opening the hip flexors. Starting to work the muscles here of the legs and the hips. We have 5 to go. Inhale down. Exhale up. Shall we keep that back long and straight at all times? Inhale down for 3 and lift. 2 more, control lower. Bring it up. Now 1 more, let's get ready to hold. So come down into that kneeling squat. Stay there. You can reach your arms forward. Keep hugging those core muscles in your pelvic floor in. Now sweep your arms back behind you. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then inhale, reach those arms in front. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Squeeze into your back muscles. Release in front. We have 3 to go. And reach. Release. Good. Stay with it. Feeling that strength in your legs. 2. And back. Let's do 1 more. Now hold your arms back behind you. We're going to pull those thumbs inward. Squeeze under the shoulder blades. Squeeze in and out. Keep going for 3 and 2 and 1. And then float the arms out in front and lift your hips all the way up. Well done. We'll take it straight into our kneeling hinge. From here, keep arms reaching forward. Maintain that long line through your spine. Use your inhale now to lean your shoulders back towards your heels. And then exhale, return to the top. So here we should feel the front of those thighs, those quadricep muscles engaging. Make sure we keep our glutes engaged at all times to help support the low back. That's it. We want to keep our core strong as well. Inhale, lean back. 3 to go. And up. Relax the shoulders down your back. 2 more. Lean. And up. Now get ready to hold the last one. We lean those hips back. We stay there. Hold that position. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lift those arms 3 times. And inhale, lower them. Really feel the legs. And 2. And lower. Can we lean the shoulders back a little more? Last one. And lower the arms. Come back to that kneeling. And release and lower. Well done. Let's sit back on those heels. You can give those thighs a little bit of a rub here with your palms to release any tension. Let's take the hands back behind us. Good. You can have your fingertips pointing towards your hips. Lift up and open through that chest. Now take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, lift your hips up, opening out the front of the body, pressing forwards through the pelvis and opening the shoulders here as well. As you inhale, gently float those hips back down. Let's do 2 more. Exhale and press the hips up. Open through the chest. Inhale, release. 1 more here. Good. Keep the core muscles, the glutes engaged. Hold and lift. And lower, release. Well done. Walk those hands forward. All right, let's take a seated position now with your legs out in front. And we'll get ready to work the upper body. So your feet are flat on the mat, about hip distance apart. Walk the legs away from you as much as you need to accommodate for your belly. Now let's take the hands back behind our hips once again. Those fingertips are pointing in towards your hips. Now your hands should be directly down underneath the shoulders. Don't let them get too wide. As we get ready now for our tricep dips. Let's lengthen out through the spine. Relax the shoulders down the back. On your inhale, we bend the elbows, leaning back into the palm. On your exhale, press through your hands and lengthen up. Inhale, let's bend, lean back. Exhale up. So you want your elbows to tuck together as close as possible. Really focusing here on the back of the arms, back of those shoulders. Good. Lift up and open that chest every time you lift. We have 5 more like this. Inhale down, 4. Exhale up. And 3. That's it. Press through the hands, evenly stretching those arms up at the top. Now last one, let's come down and hold. So you're in about halfway position here. Again, shoulders should be away from ears. Let's add a small pulse. We dip lower, halfway up, dip lower, and left. Keep going with those for 8. And down 7. You should be starting to really feel the back of the arms engaging. Good. 5. And down 4. 3. Nearly there. Last 2. Hold it here. Last 1. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, press it up, release. Good job. Take a comfortable seat on the mat. Let's sweep those arms all the way up above us, and we'll have a stretch for our shoulders and triceps. Just reach one hand down your back. Take a hold of that elbow. Lean it across to one side. Just feel that release all the way down through the outside of the arm. And then come back up. Reach your arms high. Breathe in. And exhale, fold the other arm and release it across. That's it. And then release those arms. All right, let's make our way back to a sitting position. You can face the front. All right, from here, I would like you to keep your right leg in front of you and just gently fold your left leg back behind you. So we're coming into what's called a mermaid position. So we're going to focus on the internal rotation here of our left hip. So during our pregnancy, we tend to get very laterally rotated or turned out through our hips. Coming into a little internal rotation can help to balance any hip or lower back pain that we may be feeling, especially towards the end of pregnancy. Gentle stretches like this are a really good way to do it. So let's sit our sit bones comfortably down onto the mat. Reach your arms beside you now, sitting up tall. Let's take that right arm all the way up above us, breathing in. Now on your exhale, side bend across and very gently drop into that hip. Just letting the weight of your body lean you over to the side, but don't force it. Be really gentle with that position. Keep relaxing the shoulders and the neck. Stay here for one more breath. And release it up. Now let's place that hand down on the floor. You can bring the left hand onto the hip beside you. From there, as you exhale, let's rotate the hips around and start to push that left hip forwards. On your inhale, bring it down, and let's see if we can sit that sit bone a little bit deeper towards the mat. 2 more. Exhale, rotate, twist, and release it down. Good. Keep your belly soft as you do so. Just trying to create that gentle movement into the hip joints. Good. And release and lower. Let's do the other side. Good. Carefully sweep your legs around to the opposite way. Take a little moment to get yourself comfortable. Now, it's really common to feel one side is a little bit stiffer than the other. If that's the case, just take your time. Good. Once you're there, hands beside you, straighten up through your back. Inhale, sweep your left arm all the way up, and then exhale, very gently side bend across. Let those shoulders start to release down from the ears. Staying here, all we do is hold and breathe. I want you to really focus on that right hip, dropping down to the floor. Good. Stay here for one more breath. And then release it up. Good. Take that right hand to your hip, straighten through the spine, relax into your belly. Take a breath in, and then on your exhale, rotate around and across the other way. And then inhale, return, gently drop the hip to the floor. We'll do 2 more. Exhale, twist. And center release. Good, last one. Rotate. And then come back to center. See if you can drop that sit bone just a little deeper onto the mat. And well done. All right, let's sit comfortably to finish. So maybe bring both legs back in front or come to kneeling, whatever works for you. Hands in front, lengthening up through the spine, just like we did at the start of the class. Give your shoulders a big roll up towards those ears. Release them back and down. Let's think of widening across the chest, reaching the crown of your head up to the ceiling, thinking about your posture as we finish. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you soon. I hope you enjoyed our class today. As I said before, if you have any questions, please feel free to place them down into the comments below. Now, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about prenatal health and exercise, or about myself or Element, you can head over to our website, elementpilatesyoga.com. There you'll find lots of great resources to help you through your pregnancy, and there are some full-length classes and programs for you to try as well. I hope to see you again soon.